When humans interact with each other, they often ask for advice. They say, give me your idea. What do you think? Or maybe we say, let me run something by you. What about the God of heaven? Does he run things by humans before he makes a declaration? Well, the answer is no. God doesn't need our suggestions. God doesn't need our input because God always gets it right on his own. The Bible says in Psalm 147 and verse number 5 that the Lord's understanding is infinite. He knows it all. Well, what about the origin of the universe? Does God know what he's talking about? Well, of course he does. The Bible tells us in Exodus 20 and verse number 11 that in 6 days the Lord made heaven, the earth, and sea, and all that in them is. Well, what about the proper relationships in marriage? Should it be males with males, males with females, or should it be females with females? Well, when Jesus was answering a question about marriage, he said, have you not read that he that made them at the beginning made them male and female? And said, for this cause a man's to leave his father and mother. That's male and female. And he's to cleave to his wife. Matthew 19, verses 4 and 5. So in God's plan, it's male and female for marriage. God knows what he's talking about. Well, what's life on earth all about anyway? The Bible says in Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. Does God know what he's talking about? He sure does. Have you ever heard about something called the Day of Judgment? God talks about that day. God said he's appointed a day in which he's going to judge the world in righteousness through the one whom he raised from the dead. That would be Jesus. Acts 17 and verse number 31. Regardless of the topic, God knows what he's talking about. The Bible says in Psalm 33 and verse number 4, the word of the Lord is right, and all his works are done in truth. If we're going to do things in the right way, we need to come to the Scriptures because God knows what he's talking about.